Hello, everybody. I decided to change a little bit the way I'm gonna talk to you today. Talking about a twin flames, a video. Uh, it's kind of like I've been talking to my darling for a very long time about this. We both came to the same conclusion uh, about the evolution within the twin flames. And throughout the years, we're talking about right now 6, 7 years into the twin flames, it comes to the point of understanding more and more and more. Throughout all the cases, been working on it, all the people I've been talking to it, and also to me and to her experience, and for what the evolution goes on. So we came to the conclusion that at the beginning, what you do is you asking for a new life. Everything begins with a new life. You come to the point that you are not happy with the life you want. And you want something else. You want to be happy. But you want to be happy where? Within the soul. And then it comes into the portion that you're looking. You see someone, or you find someone, or you're looking at it to someone, and you get this spark, something that sparks in your soul. And within the spark of the soul, you begin to evolve. You begin to look at it to the love to a different level, to different changes. You're asking to go to different places. You begin to act differently. You begin to be a totally new person. But what happened is, it's a lot of the people we're seeing that they kind of like having an obsession to the spark. And the obsession to the spark, it has its own, um, let's say, natural events, I will call it. See, the spark, it just comes in to put you in the fire within the soul. Those are the people who are, um, we call them the igniter. Uh, that person is acting as a catalyst, but nothing anymore. And we've seen that the spark what comes in, the spark is enough to fire the flame. But the spark, if you take a look at it, is not bigger than the flame. If you are into the cars, you know that the spark, it just comes in, but the combustion, it's the one that it does the force. There is a actions of it. So when the spark comes into you and the spark fires you up, you begin to open the soul, and you begin to have this twin flame thing. And during the twin flame thing that goes on between you and that person, between the you and the spark, uh, most of the cases don't end up talking. There is no communications there. But something weird happens on that spark. You looking for the actions. You expecting actions. Then the spark will do. Then the spark will create. The spark is just teaching you what the flames is. And a lot of the people, they getting obsessed in the spark because the spark gave them the life. There is a lot of mysteries around the sparks. Is that the Holy Spirit or the universe works through them? However, there is some kind of destiny goes into. But more and over comes to boil down that the expectations you as a twin flame that comes inside of you expecting what? You learning right off the beginning is to expect action. See, the difference between the spark and the flame, it's the flame has the actions. The spark doesn't have the actions. The spark doesn't possess the power to get into. Over your evolution as a twin flame, you begin to understand that you have to trust, you have to surrender, you have to let it go, you have to evolve. And when you begin to evolve, sooner or later, the universe will match you. It's not the person you will ever think about it. It's not the person you ever know about it. But upon the meeting of that person, the presence of the universe will be there. But it's going to be a funny part. Wherever you didn't have with the spark, you will have with the flame. You're going to have the actions, the energy exchange, you're going to have the vibes, you're going to have all the things that the spark evolves you to understand about the twin flames. Now you're gonna be having and you practice them. There is a one thing that the spark doesn't possess compared to the flame. Uh, they don't possess the inner peace of the soul. The spark can create all kind of problems, and it can tell you, I don't want to be with you, I don't ask you to be with you. Compared to the flame, the way you feel, they feel. The way you act, they react. The way you do the energy exchange with them, and that's how it goes. The way of the connection brings this energy exchange. It creates the internal peace of the soul. And there is nothing more priceless for the people who are experiencing this internal peace of the soul. You need to understand the soul, it's very powerful. The soul knows things far your imagination. You ask for a question and you wait for an answer and it comes up. If you in your twin flame, you're discussing, talking about real twin flame, not the spark, discussing a problem, you will find something very unusual. You will sense the truth. And the base of the truth is going to reflect on both of you at the same time. You may have a different visions, but those visions leads to the same results. It's going to be a magical cooperation. The cooperations between the two twin flames is completely different between the relationship in the catalyst or the spark. The spark only comes into nature. That's their job. They they don't care about you. Basically, they don't. uh, they don't understand you. A lot of the people who've been talking, they obsessed with the spark, and this is causing the drama that goes in around the twin flames. A lot of the people, they think they met their twin flames. No, they don't. The twin flame will never reject you. The twin flame will never hurt you. That's mean they gotta hurt themselves. They never gonna be running away from you. That mean they gotta run from themselves. Another part of the twin flame is you will have communications. 90% of the cases that I've been dealing with in the past 6, 7 years, all I'm hearing is she blocked me, he blocked me. He don't talk to me, he didn't talk to me, and so on and so on. Um, there is a lot of this aggravations between the spark and the flame. Compared to the twin flames, there is a triggers, and the triggers will be abandonment, obsession, dependency. The triggers will be uh, the inner understanding of what's going on. And until you clear all that stuff of the old paradigm and you get into the new one, every time when you and your twin flame solve the issues between each other, you're gonna evolve higher. Um, but there's gonna be a one thing always comes up. That's gonna be this piece that it's all comes up like a love that it's bring your entire inner being in a state of love. That love brings the peace. This piece, it's magical. I hope most of the people will experience it this. Maybe compared to, you kind of like to understand this piece. If you've been watching the movies, when someone dies, how they feel in peace, how they just evolve into a different world. And they don't, they understand they died, they don't suffer anymore. Well, imagine to have this internal peace of state of being while you are alive. So you're basically merging the two things coming together for a common benefit of the relationship. The relationship is much more advanced. So yes, there will be all the things that you know. There's gonna be a telepathy. This can be a telekinesis. It could be um, um, long distance healing. Could be a Reiki. But soon as you get this visual part, you will look at it inside of the eyes intertwine, and you will see they have no depth. They just goes beyond the end of the world. You will see the universe in there, and when you see the universe, you will feel this third force that brought you together. You will feel this magical power of love that put you in the state of this love, put you in the state of your journey together and your destiny together. You will begin to understand that the issues that you're going to work, they're going to be in a circle. You're going to repeat. But every time you repeat, you evolve. And when you evolve with your twin flame, the things are different. You will understand the energies is not ready because it's not ready. You will understand that divine time has not came in yet because you are not ready. Since you're not ready, the twin flame is not ready. So the putting the life together within the 3D is not possible. You both know what this is about. You will understand the separation process. The separation process was described in the Bible when the two people are separate together. They will understand the value of the love. And you will understand the value of a love. You already learned with the spark what the separation from the spark, from the source, is. But now, since you're with the twin flame, which is exactly the same opposite from you, you begin to understand this value of the love. People asking what is this opposite? Well, it's the part of the same thing, but at the same time it's opposite. See, it's like a one coin, the one face south, the other face north. You look into two different locations, but you're the part of the same thing. That's how you were able to see this beautiful picture about the world. But to talk about more, the problem is people are asking me, Dio, how to let it go of this spark. And I asked them the question, what is the benefit of you keeping them if they don't talking to you, if they call your names, if they blocking you, and they say I don't want to be with you, and you keep hold on to them. You need to understand, even if the spark is your twin flame, for example, but they do all this, where is the love? Where is the love? If it's all about the magical love, where is the love? Your twin flame will love you the way you love them. But you understand this when you meet the person. And at the beginning, when you're expecting and you have these expectations of the actions of the spark, you learn that you're waiting for the actions. But a lot of the people, what they do is they create an expectations for actions. Those actions don't happen. And when the actions doesn't happen, it creates the aggravations. And then a lot of the people get into the drama because this is a love within the soul. This is not a love that, it's like you like the girl and she's like, I don't like you, so go find somebody else. Okay, you feel uncomfortable, maybe 30, 90 days, and then you find another girl, right? Or another man, or whatever your situation is. And here it's different. Once you get into the place and the actions are in place, everything begins to work like a clockwork. And what I mean like a clockwork is these communications. If you don't hear from them for a day, they're starving for you, like you're starving for them. What I mean starving is the energy exchange that needs on a daily basis. The action that you expect from the spark, you will get them now with your twin flame. But the question is are you willing to let it go? You have to learn to let it go of the stuff that they don't work. Surrender to your journey, surrender to what's going on in your life, but let it go. Your expectation creates an obsession, and the obsession goes into a drama. And then the drama can evolve and turn into a mania. And that mania will create so deep problems. Then some of the people, they go into a rehab. I mean, look at your common sense, and try to look at it in the relationships compared to the relationships you had before. Something doesn't work, it's not meant to be. Just move on, move up. Most of the people I even talked to someone, they've been for 10 years like this. I mean, come on, 10 years. Are you evolved enough to go ahead and do what you have to do? So my advice to you, it's like for like as in a twin flame, it's um, look at your relationship first of all with yourself. Are you on a stage of you connected to the spark, and the spark is far away, and they don't want to have nothing to you, and you create this self-illusion drama inside of you that they will be with you when they told you they don't. That's the reality right now. Right now, at this time, at this moment, they're not with you. They're not next to you. They don't talk to you. That's the reality. You need to focus into the reality. And you have to focus on yourself to evolve spiritually. You're not evolving, then why did the heck all that happens to you? Um, or somebody decide to go ahead and make a post like, I'm looking for my twin flame, and she may be reading this words and here in this group, and she maybe knows who I am. People begin to use the twin flame for like a dating. You don't find your twin flame like that. You find your twin flame by your destiny, when you're destined for it. Little gradually, you will be breaking your patterns of seeking here, seeking there, seeking over there, getting there, until you're flexible enough. Then, when you meet the twin flame, to do the right actions. They're not going to be actions out of anything else. They're going to be action based out of the soul. Because the soul leads these parts inside of you. I'm going to talk to you about it. Something is coming up. That is the ignition state of Age of Aquarius. It's going to be like in a couple of months. That's going to be the time when Jupiter and Saturn is going to enter Aquarius at the same time. Basically, the teacher and the growth entering together within Aquarius. Um, You need to understand that the Age of Aquarius are about you to develop first yourself for the benefit of the society. You're not honest to yourself, you're not honest to the society that's gonna be built. You're not in the right place, you're not in the right actions. You're gonna create actions that will develop over the time. So that could be better for it. You might go ahead and look at it, the situations that comes up. So you're gonna be a rebel or rebel. You're gonna do a rebellion about something. You wanna be working for the righteousness, and that's what it is. Things has to be fixed. Things has to be change. You cannot go the same old way. And this is why a lot of you are going to begin to feel this movement that you have to move up. Somehow, some way, you're going to be attached to a person. That person could be, you can meet him in the cafe, you can meet him at work, you can meet him online, you can meet them on their travel. One thing that person will do is gonna bring your peace in the soul. I mean, really, peace in the soul. And that's gonna be the actions. So the actions of communications and working together towards the common goal of union. There's gonna be not like, oh, I don't want to, I don't need to, I have to think about it, I need time, I'll call you in a month, I'll block you. No, this part will not exist there, because the presence of the universe will push both units to go together towards each other, not away from each other. Maybe physically not together, but we're talking about the inner work that needs to be done before the physical union. That part, you're going to have to work on it with your partner, because the inner work that you did on your own, the inner work that they did on their own, now it's going to be the inner work. It's going to be done together. And every time you get into this inner work, that inner work will get its fruits. And the fruit will be internal peace of the soul. There's going to be some lot of stuff going on with the twin flames. I hope that this kind of like a video kind just like helps you out one way or another. If you haven't let it go and you suffer, maybe it's the time for you to let it go. If you haven't paid attention in your soul evolution, you probably have to go ahead and work on your soul evolution. If you haven't surrendered to the reality that it's right now here, maybe your part will be to surrender. As long as you have the peace inside of your soul. So whatever you guys do, just remember one thing. That, as I always said, the most important thing in life is to be loved. Everything else is just, it is what it is. But that part, to be loved, it's depending on you, not somebody else. If you don't love yourself, how would you expect someone to love you? But if you're expecting someone to love you for your own benefits, you depending on them. But be love for yourself, that it's a whole another state of where you need to be. So guys, please be love.